Hello everyone, today we are going to be doing a different video style completely. So today we are going to be running through a solo hell dive, which is, as far as I understand, the hardest difficulty. So I'm going to quickly go through my loadout, what we're going to do. We're going to be playing against the Terminids today, so show you how that is done, essentially. And my methods, at least, of getting it just about done. To start, I use the 225 Breaker as my primary weapon. Additionally, I use the P19 Redeemer. It just spews out bullets very fast. That's really the main reason for it. But yeah, let's go ahead and pop in. So, got Areta Prime. I often think that with playing a lot of solo setups, it's best to play on these types of planets where there's a lot of kind of cloudy haze to play at nighttime. While it's in general kind of tougher to see, I find that the benefits of having them not see you quite as well, having it harder to see overall, at least in my opinion, generally seems to be better. We're going to start, I think, with what I would consider the hardest of these three to do so far. So, purging hatcheries. The great thing about this, though, is that when you're solo, you can drop in on them immediately and utilize the nest itself to actually take those out relatively quickly. You almost assuredly will die once, however, but that can only be kind of mitigated so much. So yeah, we do get 4 stratagems on this planet, which is really nice. I'm going to be using the anti-mat rifle, the shield pack, orbital laser, and the 500 kilogram bomb. So in the case where there is only 3 that you can use, I will often immediately defer to getting rid of the 500. The reason being is, while it's very nice and convenient to have, oftentimes the orbital laser is more convenient and utilizes a lot more different things. Like, it can be used for a lot of different things, so even in like the automaton situation where you have to take out command towers or you need to fight a Bile Titan, it will always get good damage on any enemy pretty much, just because of the nature of the weapon coming from the sky. Additionally, it also will immediately target other enemies once it's killed one, though it can take out Terminid bug holes with the right timing and placement. It can take out pretty much any kind of enemy. Even if it doesn't, at the very least, on big enemies like Bile Titans, it will get good damage on it. So it's just very, very applicable, even though it's technically not the most damaging of them all. And then I always do the stamina ability separate to that. So in terms of equipment, I'm going to be using the Trailblazer Scout just because I'm solo. If I wasn't, I would be using Hero of the Federation because, you know, optimization is temporary, drip is forever. So this just looks way more fire, easily in my opinion. But separate from that, the scout ability lets you ping stuff, and every 2 seconds the radar will scan enemies in front of you, which is very useful if you're trying to figure out which turns you need to make while you're moving across the map. And then additionally, you get that 30% reduction in range, which is very, very nice. Because obviously, the minute you get detected is the minute that it becomes 10 times harder. So we're just gonna go and ready up and send it, and we'll see how it goes. I can't promise, I can't promise anything, but we'll play the way that we're gonna play the way I know how, and see. So. So we're going to try and land on the walls here. And I completely missed, so we kind of just lost a life here. That is unfortunate. As also another downside of playing at nighttime is you can't see anything. But we did get the bomb in the right spot and took out the nest immediately by getting it placed right in the middle. The first thing is to immediately run now. There is no reason to stay for any purpose. There we go. All right, we took out the Bile Titan.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
It's very, very lovely.
Point me to the enemy.
Now we are... Oh. We are down 2 lives.
Equipment package. Sending down support weapon.
However, this is not unrecoverable. Oh my god. I did not see that. Oh my gosh. There's so many fucking chargers. Oh no. So much for getting the shield. Alright.
Request approved. Reinforcements
We're losing
have
these
been
lives
launched.
real fast, so we need to just go.
Democracy has landed.
So we're just gonna go ahead and get our bomb ready. Just get it set up to try and find our way into this nest here. Let's see, okay. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Yeah. Try and get around these guys here. And just chuck it in as quickly as possible. I don't really care so much about whether or not I die here. I mostly just want to get in, chuck in that bomb, immediately sprint out if possible. Doesn't seem like a good entrance there. Hard to find a good angle here. Let's keep going around for a minute. Here we go. Just chuck it in there.
Throwing grenade.
Yeah, that's not too bad of a throw. Pretty good. So we're just gonna book it in here, and then try and clear out the rest of these eggs fast as we can. Throw a few grenades here. Go. Okay. Yep. All right, awesome. Good stuff.
Hive structure destroyed.
Good stuff. Yeah, in and out, just immediately dip. There's no reason to stay. Often better to play the walls nearby, kite them around the walls best you can. Utilize that benefit of stamina that you have by using the light armor.
Tagging back.
Of course, with the right time 500, that can be very helpful, but it's not always the most reliable if you can't get it in a good position to actually take out the hive. So, regardless, having the option is very nice. There's still a 3-minute cooldown on our rifles and shield pack, sadly, but I'm just going to go ahead and continue regardless without it. I will say one of the biggest things to deal with are these flying enemies here. They are, in my opinion, one of the most annoying enemies to face. That and stalkers.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Yeah, so we can land on this plateau here. It's very conveniently placed for us. And go ahead and try and take out the streaker nest. Just chuck in a lot of our stratagems. Very, very good position here. Don't want to target that stalker there. Yeah. Fortunately, the laser's not targeting the nest right now, but just might get this out. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Try and chuck a few grenades here. Get a little bit extra damage on that. And then we do have another 500. We are looking good. We'll go ahead and just play this rock best we can. Take out the streaker nest. Dealing with the streakers, in my opinion, is one of the hardest things. Having to handle any kind of air enemies whilst you're trying to kind of kite around all these enemies makes it very, very difficult. Downside is I am running very, very low on ammo, so fuck this. Now, in different scenarios, if you can avoid the Shrieker nest, it's better to do so, but sometimes, like, if they catch you and they're in range, they're just going to keep pumping out Shriekers, so it's oftentimes to just sprint into the nest, call in that Hell Bomb as fast as you can. In this case, I died, obviously, so I tried landing on this little plateau here. So I could just call in my normal stratagems and take it out, but it's more optimal for you to call in the Hell Bomb if that's possible, just because you get to save those stratagems sooner and or later. That's why now I have to wait additional time for mine to be called in again, but it is not the end of the world at least. If I can help it, I do want to try and get an angle and take out those stalkers, but let's see how that goes. It does seem that the Vile Titan killed himself with his own spits, so that was very nice of him. Yeah, a lot of these stalkers are very much something you should take priority over in taking out if you have the opportunity. That and hunters if they get too close, but at least in this case, just want to get rid of the stalker before I run out of ammo, which I am about to. We are out of ammo, so I'm going to go ahead and drop down and go to this resupply. I checked all the way over here. We should be good, I believe. Oh yeah, making great time. Okay. Yeah, so now we can head out. We'll use a stim in a bit once I'm out of stamina.
Helldivers never die.
Objective nearby.
I do, at this point, expect to die right now, being at this nest, but it's fine. My goal is to try and get as close as I can. Hell Bomb, or not this Hell Bomb, 500 here. As much as staying alive is nice. Yeah, I mean, it kind of comes down to like what you think is more applicable for the different missions. I guess a lot of people would prefer to keep the 500 for this type of mission. In general, I will still sacrifice it despite the fact that I'm able to take out nests quickly with this. But it really is kind of up to you in that case. Those are just arguably the best for doing any of these kinds of missions. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and just get in here, the extraction, call in our support stratagems, shield, and our anti-mat real quick.
Sending down support weapon.
I'm going to immediately call in the extraction.
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle
Grab my shield, sniper. And pop. Something else I do like to do as well is immediately leave once I call it in. Generally, you can't get too far, but as long as you're semi-close, not immediately in the center, it can help make sure that they don't all just swarm you inside and will try to go around to get to you. Just gonna chuck in that orbital laser because it will move on its own. Yep, target the Vile Titan there. Gonna sit and play this wall, let him get about as close as what's reasonable before he starts attacking with range. A few shots off here.
That's empty.
So there is a horde here, so I'm gonna try and go back in and check a 500 real quick. Right there. We're looking good so far.
Get some! Get some!
Got the sample.
Eagle 1 withdrawing to rearm. ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
Like that, the Vile Titans will just kill their own fellow friends.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds. ETA T-minus 10 seconds.
So just gonna keep training around this rock, pretty much. Keep kiting him. We're doing great on time, though.
Preparing for touchdown.
Just kind of circle around this brute here, this charger. And just run right in. Here we go.
Extraction complete.
All right, good stuff.
Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
So yeah, like it's nice to just kind of find a rock, kite them around in a circle. If they charge you like that, that really is the best thing you can do. Is just play close to walls. If you're lucky, you can time the bile spit so you kill their own teammates there. But it's definitely doable. I mean, it's hard, but it's doable. You know, we're even able to take out a shrieker nest. You know, and that wasn't even part of the plan. Problem is, though, you don't really get many stars. Yeah, that's true. It's disappointing service. But if you don't have any friends with you, and you don't want to play with other people, this is an option. This is what you can do. This is a thing. It's hard, and it sucks, and the reward isn't the greatest. But I mean, you're playing the hardest difficulty, so who can blame you? Alright, next one we're going to do is actually the Terminated control system. This is one of the new ones that looks very cool in my opinion, though arguably is one of the easiest ones to do. If you're not careful and you get a ton of swarms called in on you and you're in a bad position, it can end very poorly very quickly. But overall, so long as you're sticking with the running stamina ability and light armor, you can kind of just outrun them and shoot. That really is all you kind of have to do. Usually it's like take out 17 large eggs, or and also deactivating the termicide towers as well. So you literally just hit E on them, and that's it. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna immediately call in our support strategists real quick. Get our mat and shield going here. All right. Yeah, this is what's also great for this mission is the anti-mat rifle. Just takes one shot, one pop, and you're done. Boom, boom, and out.
Objective near your position.
Just gonna go back real quick, solely just to take out the mushrooms over here real quick. Shotgun at 500. Oh. And try and run through here real quick. Go over to the tower. Deactivate it real quick. Just hit E and you're done. It is literally that simple. And if you're lucky, you don't really call in all that much. Okay, calling in hunters is not ideal. But we can still do this. We're already mostly done with the mission. We are making fantastic time. As long as you like you don't even have to kill as many as I've killed so far. Like a lot of these guys you can just run around. Just keep targeting those eggs, running from tower to tower. I'm actually gonna go back this way. Just to call in the laser here.
Engaging orbital laser.
Also gonna call in 500 real quick. Go. And a bomb. Let's run away. Keep looking for those eggs.
We'll never get the
this type of mission, way more important just get them off your tail. Doesn't really matter if you kill them. It's also pretty similar to a lot of how these solo missions are played, but the objective is your primary. That's how you lead. And of course, for Super, that's what they care about more. There to take out the root. Anything extra. Let's go head up here. We are good. Not a problem. Yeah, sniper's really useful this kind of mission. Just takes one bullet and one pop, and you're done.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Yeah, I mean, additionally, we also do get more stars for this mission, just because it's a lot simpler to do. There aren't as many sub-objectives that we have to go around and deal with, so... Again, one of the arguably easier ones to do. Doesn't take long either. Just gotta run in a circle. So this last mission here, gonna be search and destroy. So there are a handful of armors, light armors as well, that you can use to get more grenades, which is going to be the most useful thing for these types of missions. It kind of still is up to you which armors that you kind of use, but in general, the main priority is that you're using a light armor when it comes to these missions. And in my case, I prefer to have that 30% reduction of detection over anything, even if I do often get found. I'm gonna go ahead and land over here by the coast. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna stick with the same loadout. It's tried and true. Hope we don't land on any terminid swarms immediately.
Go now.
Good.
And shoot you fall. Remember this. Every day is a good day to
We are by a flying boy nest, which is kind of a problem, but yeah. Assuming none of them detect us, I'm going to leave it. I hear a Bile Titan. That I do. Make it very hard not to get close to this thing. Yeah, not being detected as much. This is the scenarios I'm talking about, because I don't want to be detected right now, especially when I'm not even close to any of the objectives being done, so. I'm gonna go ahead and pre-fire a resupply.
Deploying equipment package. Firing orbital laser.
I'll end both the bomb and the laser here. Fortunately, I don't think it's going to do too much here, because there's still a handful that are not in range of any of this stuff. I'm going to go ahead and drop down immediately. Straight up, just immediately target those bug holes. Fun. There's a lot spawning here now. Okay, so unfortunately, we are already getting the flying bitches in here. I'm probably gonna die, but
Deploying replacement.
yeah.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Democracy has landed. How about a nice cup of liver?
Gotta focus on getting as many of the bug nest holes as I can. Additionally, trying to kite things around the rocks. I think there's one hole I missed. Yeah. Let's try and take out those flying guys. Always the biggest pain. I'm gonna drop in here and get another set of supplies. Okay, there we go. Supplies there. this one. Mantle up here. Alright, cool.
Fire in the hole!
When we get those holes. And the whole nest done. Yeah, we're still gonna just pretend the flying guy's nest doesn't exist right now. Did a lot more damage than I thought it would. Instead of beelining, I'm gonna go ahead and
Tagging map.
lead these guys over to the rocks here.
300 meters.
Try and get a bunch of them stuck. Might give me a chance to take out this nest. I do kite enough of them into the walls here. I think we actually are good. Go ahead and shuck it real fast. Get in there.
Enemy tactical asset within
Yeah,
range.
looks like only a few are getting through, and then of course the flying guys.
Hell bomb. Request approved.
But we should
On
be
its way
okay. I think we'll actually be able to get this fast enough. Ooh. Okay.
Hell bomb armed. Clear the area.
Might be okay. Perchance. 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 Alright, let's leave. There's no reason to be here.
Hive structure destroyed.
Alright. I just really hate these filthy Terminid scum. But, mostly just the flying guys. I'm in a very bad spot. Yeah. Not a lot I can do there.
Approved. Reinforcements have been
Oh,
launched.
that's a even worse spot.
Ready to liberate.
So I'm just gonna immediately book it.
Dropping a pin. Northwest.
Get out of here, try and get to these rocks as fast as I can. And trap them. Okay. 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 We're good, we're good. God, there's rocks here I can use. Very, very convenient.
How about a nice cup of liberty?
Should be able to book it now. Take out this treasure here. Depending on what's in here, I might be able to get my shield level back and my gun, just having kited them around. Go ahead and try. Alright, cool. Not complain. So we're going to go ahead and take out this last one here. We should be all good to go. Yeah, a lot of kiting, a lot of just trying to like utilize the terrain, a lot of the rocks. Lack of visibility very much helps. I couldn't say for sure if the AI technically sees you less in the dark at nighttime on different planets, but it definitely feels that way, so. Might have set him off there. Close in, I gotta throw in 2 grenades. That's it. Just gotta get in and out here, so. Go ahead and chuck a bomb here. Yeah, or now we'll do laser. Got that cooldown.
Dug out close spot. Prepare to exterminate.
Oh, he blocked it. He knew what he was doing. There we go.
Tagging map.
Oh wait, I thought I was done there. I was not done there. It's definitely not done.
Sending down equipment package.
You have a 500 still, but go find another hole.
Marking location.
Oh, I did not reload. Here we go. Yeah, that should help. Awesome. For freedom. Democracy. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's leave. And thankfully use a lot of this terrain, a lot of the darkness. Slip away. Yeah, like if I had normal armor, they would have just detected me right there and called in reinforcements. I just want to play around them, try and get detected. Not very quickly. Let's see if we can at least deter it for a little bit. But just go ahead and get in here. Was going to go back for the resupply check down, but at this stage I don't think it's worth.
Extraction shuttle inbound.
Chuck a 500 there. We're starting to get low on ammo, and we don't have any grenades left, so especially with a very low timer for losing all of our resupplies respawn. So I'm gonna have to start being a bit more careful, but being swarmed. Okay.
ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
Gonna have to lock in here. Let me go ahead and drop down.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Oof. I'm out of stims, so I do not expect to live much longer here. Ah, dang.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Alright, land on this guy. Much as that didn't do all that much at all. In truth. Mainly want that shield bubble. Just got to play a bit of distance here for the timer.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds. Reinforcement budget depleted.
Alright, yeah, losing that reinforcement budget is kind of tough.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
However, if we kite them around, I think we actually might be okay.
Minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
I think we will be fine so long as we keep this bile not at our extraction points. Oh yeah, we're chilling. We're chilling. Grab that sample for no reason. Be alright.
Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
It's got launched out there by the charger.
Liberty has seen you through.
But yeah, that I would call a level 9 solo run. Yeah, that'll do it there. I will say that when it comes to a lot of these solo hell dives, there are still a lot of variation in like what you can do, what's more optimal for your gameplay style. Especially in the case of if you're doing a solo hell dive, and I'm gonna try to find an example here. If you're doing one and you have a mission that is just kill Terminids.
This operation would hamstring the enemy's
Man,
capabilities.
must have glitched it out. See if this one is nuts. Yeah, so kill Terminids to thin their numbers. This is hands down like one of the hardest to do solo. There's a handful of ways that you can achieve this mission. But on certain maps, there often aren't any rocks to play around. There aren't any rocks or, kind of obstructions to kind of like get, large hordes off of you, especially when they're coming from every direction. And a lot of times it can just be an open area, which is really not to your advantage, but my method, which has worked sometimes, it's a 50-50 shot, is if you're in the mission and you go to the outer edges and just abandon the mission when that countdown goes off, the Super Earth or whoever, they'll send missiles down to kill you, but they aren't always the most accurate. So if you're wearing a shield bubble, it can save you for a long enough time that if, say, there's like 4 Bile Titans around or a ton of enemies around, the rockets will just take them all out and give you like a 20%, 50% buff in, you know, how many Terminids you've actually killed and actually get you to that point where you can possibly extract. Now, I don't remember if I've successfully done this. It is very, very, very hard. But that is a method that I've done with teammates, as much as it sounds dumb because they can be also killed by it, but it has been beneficial in certain cases. But if you're doing a solo hell dive and you see one of these where you have to just kill swarms than their numbers, in general, I would just not do it. I would stray away from it and go to a different mission. But yeah, that's my method of doing it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope you found it a little bit helpful, a little bit beneficial. If you ever plan to try and do this on your own, that's just my way of doing it. So I appreciate your time. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good one.